Hey, thank you for clicking on this video. You're obviously interested in Atelier Playa Mujeres. Let's go. So, one word to capture what this resort is: magnificent. It's architecturally on point. I can tell that the architects and interior designers put a lot of thought in this resort, and you just see it with your eyes. From an aesthetics, it's very pleasing. Lots of warm materials. You get your tile, you get your wood, you get your stone, lots of glass and woods and stuff like that. In this area right here, there's a lot of vegetation that your eyes drawn to. White stone tile. That's where you check in your luggage if you get there early and your room isn't ready, and then they give you a tag, and then you get to just go enjoy the grounds after you check in. Curtain wall system. Again, more vegetation, more wood. All the art is there. Everything is well presented. I mean, all the pieces, the accessory pieces, like look at the tables, the furniture, everything is immaculate, in proportion, in scale, and exactly how it's supposed to look to convey the artistic message that this resort is. There's a bridge there that goes across, and there's a walkway on top of it, and then back there's the glass wall with the spider connections holding all the glass together. I mean, this is an excellent facility from an aesthetic standpoint. It's very artistic. Just think art. I mean, you got your water. Here's just a hangout spot with a nice big bar. Look at all that natural light that's coming in. I mean, this place is immaculate. I mean, if you've never been to a nice resort, this is gonna blow you away. Even if you have been to a nice resort, it still blows you away. I mean, it's very well done. Shout out to the architects and interior designers who put this together. Just, you know, they have a lot of spaces where the public can just hang out, and there's a space there. You continue going through the facility, and then there's some shopping here, jewelry for all my jewelry shoppers, and then over here is like an art workshop, and then it's an art resort, so why'd I have an art workshop? Right there is where you book your excursions, and then that right now we're in building 1. Those stairs take you down to the pool. La Catina is kind of like the sports bar where you go in there, you have drinks, and you can watch the games. We went in there and watched a few games. After we got checked in and put our luggage in our room, we went down to Cilento. I think they kept saying Cilento, so I don't know if it's Cilento or Cilento, but that's the Italian place, and the food was excellent in there. I think we ate there a few times just because we liked it. Right there is the coffee shop, so you go in there and you can get your coffee drink and your bakeries, ice cream, if you like those things. So there's 3 buildings on the grounds: building 1, building 2, building 3. This is building 3. There's a concierge for people that are lodge and building 3, and there's also some restaurants over here. Right here there's there's an Asian restaurant, and there's a Mediterranean restaurant over here, and the food was really good. But you know, it's still artistic. There's your storefront glass, there's your wood soffit, and then you get your white like ephes or stucco, and then lots of vegetation. It's just beautiful. I mean, there's a waterfall back there in the background, and this area over here is a hidden gem. I think when this resort first started, it was like a family resort, and then they just said, hey, forget it, let's go adults only, and they made this like the peaceful, quiet getaway area. I mean, not a lot's happening over here except for people just relaxing. It's quiet. You got the waterfall going, you got your cabanas, umbrellas, and it's just real chill. Like, if you don't want to hear any music or anything like that, you just want to chill, relax, not really talk to anyone, this would be the area for you. So go to building 3 if you're looking for like a super peaceful getaway. Here's some more footage of that building 3 area with the waterfall. There's your cabanas. You see a gentleman there reading the book, just relaxing. There's another shot of the waterfall. Above the waterfall, there's actual like a 2 foot, 3 foot pool area up there. And then you get your own bar, and then there is a restaurant over here which is behind the bar. It's called Bikini something. They serve a lot of American food, fried chicken, chicken tenders, hamburgers, stuff like that. So it's like an American menu. So if you got a taste for American menu, you go to that area. But there was some walkout pools for people on the first floor. And then if you keep going straight here, it takes you to the very south side of the property, which will take you towards the beach area. So here's a shot of the concrete sidewalk that's on the very north of the property to the beach. So after walking that long path to the beach, here we are. Just happened to pop out in the Inspira area. This is the Inspira members beach area. And there was a bar there. You get the same thing though on the non-Inspire side. So but easy access to towels. You got your showers here to wash off your sand on the beach. And then this deck path here takes you to the Inspire pool area. Now I went there every day just because I wanted to get an idea of how many people were there, and there's not a whole lot of people hanging out in the Inspira pool area. I don't know if it was just the week we were there, but it was pretty chill. I think most of the Inspire members were hanging out in the gym pop area. I guess they wanted to be hanging out with the rest of the resort people, but here it is. I mean, this is kind of like midday, and I think there was maybe 2 couples. Okay, as we walk to the ocean, it's a beautiful beach. This area right here is where you can do the activities. There are things that are included in your resort stay: hobby boat, it looks like paddle boards, and whatever that other thing is. But this is the area you come to schedule that. And if you like doing water sports, I think you're not going to be let down. The beach is beautiful. I mean, it's white sand. It's thick white sand. We walked it every morning. Like 10 minutes of walking in this thick white sand, you're going to be fully worked out. I don't even know if you need to go to the gym after walking on this beach for 10 minutes, because it's a workout. This is still the Inspire area with your cabanas, and you can get your drinks, your food, and just hang out here listening to the ocean crash on the shores. I think me and my wife seen a barracuda in the water, which give us pause about getting in there. But I mean, if you're a beach person, you're gonna love it, because it's a beautiful beach, and they do a really excellent job of getting up in the morning and running a tractor over the beach to pick up the very little sargassum that actually makes it up to the shore. Shout out to your lifeguard doing pull-ups there. But there's an island across the ocean. It's called Atelier Mujeres, and I believe it blocks most of the sargassum, so there's very minimal sargassum on the beach. But they still come out there and try to clean up what little makes it. But people are still out there swimming, having a good time. They do rope it off. You can see those little white buoy things out there. So it's just a beautiful beach, and you're not gonna be disappointed with the beach experience for all my beach people out there. Here's a quick shot of the non-Inspira area. I mean, it's still very comparable to the Inspira area, but you still get your umbrellas, and you still get your seats. You still get the beautiful sand, and it's just a nice area. Okay, as you leave the beach and you go back to the resort/pool area, this is what it looks like. It's a huge pool. I mean, it is a massive pool, and it's basically divided into 2 areas. Here's a large hot tub that you rarely seen people in, but on this particular day it was a little cool, so I think people decided to get in. But it's huge. But back to the pool. Oh, actually, here's the towel guy. There's plenty of towels. They give you like 2 or 3 towels, and they'll make you a towel pillow. But towels will be plentiful, so if you don't want to bring your towels from the room, you don't have to. But the pool is just one massive pool, but it's divided by a bridge. One side is the activities pool, and it has its own bar, and then the other side is like the lounge and chill area, and it has its own bar. So both sides has a bar, restaurant, and there's the restrooms there. So you people who get lazy, there's no excuse to get out of the pool and use the restroom. So shout out to them for providing a restroom right by the pool. But yeah, the pool is massive, divided into 2 sections: the activities and chill and relax. Each area with its own pool and restaurant. There is a lifeguard there for anyone who might drink a little bit more than they can handle and get a little tipsy in 4-foot water. But it's there, so there's a peace of mind that somebody's looking out for you. There's the restaurant there. We ate there for breakfast one day. It was pretty good. But this is the activity side, so I expect there to be volleyball, and then I think I did the cycling in the water, and then I swam, and we just had a good time. So it's just it's just a big pool. And this isn't your party crowd, so don't expect people to be getting wild or anything. This crowd or the person that comes to this resort is looking to relax, chill, and just have a nice, relaxing time. So we've been to some other resorts where people were having a good time, but this ain't that crowd. This is the chill. Hey, I'm just here to relax and have a good time, eat my food, do the drinks, enjoy the nightlife, that kind of stuff. So anyway, this is the chill side. We probably hung out here more than anything, and I did notice that people kind of tend to stay to themselves. At other resorts, we met a lot of cool people, but this one, I think we only met like maybe 2 couples who were cool. One from Chicago, and the other was from like the New York, Washington DC area. Also, the pool is by building 2, so I said there was 3 buildings, 1, 2, and 3. This is building 2 that is by the pools, where most of your resort people will be hanging out at. This couple just happened to be from Oklahoma. I'm from Oklahoma, and they saw me walking around in my OKC Thunder gear, and they just wanted to stop and give me a shout out. We all 3 were University of Oklahoma graduates. We exchanged pleasantries about Oklahoma and Oklahoma City Thunder, and then just went on our way. But they were nice people. I think they live in Houston now, so shout out to them. And that couple right there, we met them. I think they were from New York. They were pretty cool. And then here's your bar for the chill side. Shout out to that guy. I don't know his name, but he was cool. Didn't talk to him much, but he seemed like a pretty cool person. But we drunk a lot, so getting seats didn't appear to be that hard. I mean, the hack is get you a cabana instead of like lounging by the pool. The cabana, like when that sun kicks in, you can just shut the curtains and block the sun. Or if it's like a day like when I was filming this video with a lot of overcast, you can just open it up and get the nice cool breeze from the ocean and the breeze coming off the pool. So don't sleep on the cabana. I wish we would have did it more, but we chose to be by the pool more than anything. But here's a restaurant here. You can go there and eat, or they bring the food from here to you at the pool, which is a nice plus, because you don't have to dry off to go hang out. But architecturally, the landscaping here is phenomenal. Okay, so this bridge takes you back to building 1 and building 2. After you've walked for a while, there's a fork in the road where you can choose building 1 or building 2. And here is that fork in the road. That's the backside of building 1 when I first started the video, and you saw that glass in the background. And here is the view from the outside, and then this path right here takes you to building 2 where the gym is. Okay, this is building 1 at the rooftop pool. This is the Inspira members. area. I mean, even if you're not inspired, you can still come up here and look around. I think they know whether or not they can serve you based on the bracelet that you have on. You're either going to have a black, a green, or I think like a wood color bracelet, and just depending on what type of package you bought. But this is their area. I believe after 6:30 anyone can go up there and swim, but most of the time people won't do that because they're getting ready for dinner and to do their dinner experience. Here's a look down at the patio area of building 1, and then that water there is where the king swim outs are. We were upgraded from a junior to a swim out, king swim out. So here's just a little bit different view of the rooftop pool, infinity pool. You get to see the golf course in the back, and then there's that bridge, and then the ocean's in the background. So it's a wonderful view. I encourage you to get up there and just experience it while you're there. So but yeah, it's wonderful. And then I believe at nighttime they do like a saxophonist comes up here and he just plays some of the current songs but in saxophone form, and it's a nice experience. We enjoyed it. Shout out to Karen and Anna, who we met from New York and Washington DC. We hung out with them there in this area, and they were cool people. So when we got to the resort, they upgraded our room. So we went from a junior suite pool view to a swim out king size. It's a very nice room. It's got all the same type of interior finishes that you're gonna find throughout the resort, where you got wood and you got white walls, and then you got the dark tile. But there's plenty of storage in the room. Here's a cabinet with some drawers and a safe. And then you open the doors and you got a rod, and you got your standard pillows and sheet covers and an iron and a dirty clothes basket. So there's plenty of storage in these rooms. The room itself is one open space. It's about 33 feet by 15 feet. And storage galore. You got a bench with storage, and then you got a rod there that you can hang your stuff to air dry inside of the room if you choose to. There is a restroom that can be expanded to open into the space with wood barn doors. There's 2 barn doors there. So here's more storage space and a cabinet, and then there's your king bed, and then you get a desk that's got all your charging ports and data ports, and then there's those barn doors I was talking about if you just want to open the space. But you get your bathtub, and then carpet there on the floor. You get house shoes, you get robes, you get a little artwork on the walls. I think the TV is about 60 inches. You get your liquor, and then you get your candy, and they restock the candy every day if you eat it up. We did. So if you drink up your liquor, they'll restock that too. You get a pull-out sofa, and then you got the bed itself was pretty comfortable. Those are your diffusers for air, so the air comes out of those holes there that are in the wall. I don't think they're programmed to the door, so you can leave the door open and the air conditioner stays on. You get a table, and then here's kind of a view of the swim out. My wife loved that area. You get your furniture, you get 1 chair, a table, and then you get almost like a chaise lounge. All this furniture is outdoor furniture, so it's ready to be rained on and reused. They even give you a fresh new towel, 2 new towels when you're for your outdoors. So she loved this area, so that sister's just hanging out there right now. But the swim out area is nice. We were in there in the day and in the night, just having a good time. It's kind of a shared swim out area, so you do have like a little private wall for privacy, but I'm going to show you here in a little bit. When you go down and you get into the actual kind of the pool area, you look to the left, and it's just one shared pool space. The same thing to the right. It's just shared pool space. Even up above, there's people that have the same thing. They have a swim out on the 2nd floor, and they can look down on you, so you can't get too crazy out there, because somebody's going to be watching you from up above. So I'm sure no one wants that. But I do love that door there, patio door there, where 2 leaves open, so it's like bringing the outdoors into the indoors, and it's just a real cool space. Anyway, all the walls are concrete, so if you're celebrating your anniversary like we were, there was a lot of clapping sessions going on, so it was pretty loud, and because the walls are concrete, the sound doesn't really get out. And we also had a Bluetooth speaker, and no sound was traveling out, so that's a plus. So anyway, into the bathroom area, there's this lotion, soap, shampoo and conditioner that all the women are raving about. I'm bald, so I didn't get to use it, but my wife said it was great. Like, that sister went to Amazon to try to find it. I guess it was a little expensive, but the walk-in shower is nice. It's got a seat in there. You get the rain head, shower head, and then a lighted mirror, and then you get the vanity that's made out of wood with the countertops, and then brass plumbing fixtures, and there's a window there in the bathroom. Anyway, this is kind of the view of the toilet room, and it's just a nice space overall. Great interior finishes. Okay, thank you for clicking on this video. You obviously are interested in what it's like to attend Atelier Playa Mujeres here in Mexico. We were first timers. We'd never been here. We had only read reviews and watched a few videos, so this was our first time here. It's May 2025, and we're here celebrating our 16th anniversary and my birthday. So we just wanted to come give it a try and see what it's like. And here's kind of our impressions of the resort. So when you arrive on the grounds, there's multiple resorts here and security. There's 2 checkpoints. There's one, you pull up, they make sure they know who the driver is. He has to show his ID, and then they check and see who the passengers are in the vehicle. So that's a peace of mind knowing that, there's 2 security checkpoints. Then there's another security checkpoint when you get to the actual resort, and they do that process all over again. They're like, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Moore, this is Alejandro who's driving us here. And then you come on, and then you get to enjoy the grounds.
So when you first get to the resort, one of the guys from the front comes up and he opens up your door. They walk up to you, give you a cold towel that smells really good, and it feels great because you've been kind of hot, going through the airport and coming out to your transportation and everything. And so anyway, that's nice. And then as soon as you walk through the doors, after you give your luggage to the
luggage attendant.
I was like, luggage guy? But anyway, after you give it to the luggage attendant, then they give you a drink and have you sit down on some really comfy couches. And the lobby is just beautiful. There's fountains, and the woodwork is so pretty in there. The aesthetic is just comfortable, but also very modern and just beautiful. Very artistic. Very artistic.
I think atelier means what? Art or artistic or something like that. But yeah, like Marcy was saying, like when you come in, the architects definitely went out of the way to give you this awe-inspiring first impression. There's lots of wood, stone, tile. These are all warm materials to make you feel comfortable anytime you walk into a space. And it's a 5-story volume, and then you're facing the beach, so you're getting a lot of natural light from that glass that's right there when you first walk in, and there's a bar, and then you get the view of like the jungle and then the beach beyond. So that's a pretty cool first impression of the space. I mean, architecturally, this place, it's well designed. You got open breezeways, so you're getting that nice, cool breeze from the ocean. It's oriented correctly, so like when you wake up in the morning, you're getting that sun waking you up if you don't have your blackout curtains closed. And then
you wake up and you just start your day. But architecturally, it's sound. You could tell that they put a lot of thought and detail into designing this resort, and it's magnificent. Like when I say artistic, it's like walking through a museum, but the whole entire thing is a resort. Like it's very planned from the way they present food to you. It's very artistic. The whole resort is artistic. And then like even when you just walk around, the bar is artistic and there's art everywhere. I mean, the theme of this place it has to be artistic, because that's just what it feels like, and it makes it feel nice and clean. So that's one impression that I got as we just kind of enjoyed the facilities and walked around.
Right, and it's modern without being cold. So whenever he said walking through a museum, I would say more like a chill art gallery.
Right.
Would be more of the vibe, and just beautiful, but very welcoming, and it doesn't make you feel like you can't touch anything. So our favorite restaurants for dinner, we really enjoyed the Asian restaurants. There was one called, and again, I'm probably saying it wrong, Takeshi or Takishi, and it was like a, I'm looking at the menu right now, but they say that it's a a la carte menu for flavors of Japan, India, Thailand, China, and Mongolia. And when you look at their menu, it really does represent all of those places. Their fried rice was so good. We had a sushi roll from there. Carlos had some sort of like rib thing that was really good.
Beef ramen.
Yeah. No, that was another place. But anyway, it was really good. And then the other Asian themed restaurant is called Kopai, maybe, if I'm saying it right. And it was Japanese. Now, oh my gosh. So the sushi rolls in Takeshi were really good, but in Kopai, they were like so good. And it tells you one thing I loved about this restaurant, and is that at the bottom it had kind of a legend. I guess you would call it a legend or a key or whatever, and it told you if the fish was raw or
tartar,
or if
it was cooked.
And so that was really good, because I don't like raw sushi, but I love cooked sushi. Anyway, and so we had some great sushi rolls there. After dinner, our server brought us, it was a shot. It had Bailey's and coffee. It was so good.
Kahlua?
Yeah, Bailey's, Kahlua, and coffee. And then another restaurant that really was a standout for us was Los Abrazos, and that was the steakhouse.
Steakhouse, yes.
So I
would say if there's a lot of restaurants, and you really should try all of them at least once, but definitely do the Italian, Cilento, and then do
the steakhouse.
Steakhouse.
Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to finish this review here at home. Our camera kept overheating. I don't know what that was about, but anyway, overall, it's a nice resort. I would recommend you trying it at least once. Some people love it. Some people thought it was average, and some people thought it was kind of overhyped. For us, I would say we fall somewhere between average and it's excellent. I mean, the food was good. It was hit or miss, depending on the restaurant. The takeout, not the takeout, but the room service, I'm gonna leave it at that. So, but if you eat in the restaurant, you're good to go, because the food was 5 stars when you eat inside the restaurant. We booked our reservation on their website. So they gave us free round-trip transportation. It takes about 40 minutes to get to the resort and then back to the airport. For some reason, they tell you should book your pickup transportation back to the airport 4 hours from the time your plane leaves. So I don't know why you need that much time, but maybe some people have missed their flight or something. I don't know, but we stuck to what they said, and we got to hang out at the Cancun airport for a little bit. But when you book through their website, they also give you a $100 resort credit that you can use for whatever. We did do their timeshare presentation. It was about a 2-hour presentation, about an hour of haggling back and forth. We chose not to take the timeshare, but it was only because we're in a season of our lives where we travel and we don't like to just visit one place. Like if you're in a season where the only resort you want to visit is Atelier Playa Mujeres, then it's probably a good deal for you, but we're just not big timeshare people right now. So we told them one day, maybe, but it won't be anytime soon. So overall, it's a great resort. It's beautiful, very artistic. We do recommend that you come try this resort at least once. Don't expect it to be like a party crowd or like lots of people like socializing or anything like that, because it's a different group of people that attends this place. It was very diverse. There were pregnant people, men, women, all ethnicities, nationalities, and that was cool. But people are kind of there to basically enjoy some R&R, rest and relaxation. Not a lot of socializing. The nightlife's pretty cool. They have a club there, and they bring in a bunch of entertainers that do different things. I think me and my wife's favorite might have been the Latina Beats or Latina Vibe or whatever they call it. But we also love the 80s show that they did, and it was pretty cool. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give this place like a 7 or an 8, right in there. It's only 40 minutes from the airport. We thought the prices were competitive with other resorts that we've been to. Thought the food was hit or miss. Some restaurants were 10s, some restaurants weren't. And but overall we had a good experience. So anyway, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop some questions in the comments. We didn't book Inspira. We just didn't feel like we were going to benefit from someone or a butler or anyone, doing the things that we felt like we could just do ourselves. And then, but if you do want to be pampered, they do have that Inspira package. So it's totally up to you. Maybe your level of income or, where you're at in your life. Anyway, drop your questions in the comments below, and we'll try to answer them as soon as we can. God bless you as you go. We love you all, and catch you on the next video.